One thing I've noticed from speaking with people who are thinking about buying property in Israel is this. A lot of confusion doesn't actually come from the process itself, it comes from assumptions people bring with them. People naturally assume that what is possible in their home country is also how it works in Israel. So they may begin with questions like, what interest rate can I get? Or which bank should I go to first? But underneath those questions is often an assumption about what's normal or standard based on where they're coming from. I actually once had someone say to me, but I can do that in Florida. Now I understood what they meant because in their mind they were comparing it to a system they already knew. The challenge is that in Israel, it's not always a one-to-one match with those expectations. Not better or worse, just different. And when you try to apply assumptions from one system onto another, things can start to feel confusing very quickly. Because the question isn't only, what can I do? It's also, how does it actually work here? And once people start shifting into that mindset, not assuming but understanding how the Israeli system actually works, things actually start to become much clearer. And this is why it's so important to begin with that understanding first. Because when people start the process using assumptions from their home country, they often begin building a plan that looks completely reasonable on paper, but doesn't actually match how things work in Israel. So they might map out financing, budgets, and timelines based on expectations that don't fully apply here. And only later in the process, once they get more information, they realize that parts of the plan need to be adjusted. At that point, they're not just moving forward, they're often stepping back, reassessing, and in some cases rebuilding the plan from scratch, which can take time and can make the process feel more complicated than it needed to be. But when people begin their process with a clear understanding of how the system actually works here, the planning becomes much more accurate from the beginning. The financing aligns properly, the expectations are realistic from day one, and the entire process becomes smoother, clearer, and more structured, instead of something that has to be rebuilt halfway through. If this is something you're trying to understand, or you're just starting to think about buying property in Israel, I go into more topics like this on the channel to help make the process clearer from the beginning. Feel free to follow along, and if you want to reach out directly, my contact details are in the description. The goal is simple, to help you understand the process properly from the start so you can move forward with clarity and confidence. See you in the next one.